Hello.
Hello. Welcome. 61. 12.
Hello. Welcome to Needles at the Ready. I'm Kevin.
I'm Ray. And we're coming to you from Stratford, Connecticut. It is...
Saturday. Oops.
Sorry, that's my friend Lucy.
It is Saturday, May 14th, 2022. This is our YouTube channel where we talk about knitting, yarn dyeing, crocheting, felting. And I think that's about it. And then our lives.
Right. So this is episode 61. Did you say that?
You did, though, I think.
I did.
Yeah.
When I was just randomly shooting out numbers.
Yeah. So
I can't believe it's been 2 weeks.
I know.
I feel like we just did this. I'm not complaining. I loved being able to do this.
Yeah.
But,
if we had the content, we could totally do it every week, but we don't have content to do every week.
No.
No.
We barely have content to do
To
every
do
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We're content enough. So, how's it going?
It's going well. How about you?
Good. Great. Things are wonderful. I don't know. I'm off to a weird start. So, what do we do?
So, let's talk about our 2 weeks. Well, we'll do a little Tarquin update.
Okay.
So
I was thinking of calling this segment, instead of Tarquin Talk,
Yeah.
do Tarquin's Tales.
Oh, Tarquin's
Tales, Tales. Do you see how I like
that's
that?
cute.
Right? Little play on words.
So, Tarquin's doing well.
Yeah.
He, not like, he's fine. He aggravated the knee a couple times.
You scared
and
him.
I scared him
By accident.
twice. I scared him once, you scared him once.
Yeah.
And it aggravated it. But he did go to the vet yesterday for his annual, and she still agrees that he doesn't need surgery because he seems to be putting a ton of pressure on it, and he's walking around well. And she told us to stop freaking out about everything that he wants to do. If he didn't want to do it or couldn't do it, he wouldn't. Right. So, so he's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh, and I just got the call earlier that his heartworm test came back negative, so he's good there too.
Good. He gets his heartworm pill. How come they still have to do tests, even though he gets his heartworm regularly? Or is that just a yearly thing?
It may be a yearly thing, and I think too because we get our medication from Chewy and not from them. Sometimes they may just have to do it just to confirm like that he's actually getting it.
Okay.
But yeah,
we got some vaccines yesterday. Flea and tick, which was good.
Yes.
But then we also got some flea and tick medicine for him too.
Correct.
Which we'll start giving to him soon.
And that's pretty much
Tis
Tarquin.
the season.
Yeah.
That's Tarquin's Tales.
Okay, so
I feel like if we edited, we would have nice music. So insert nice music in your head at that point. And scene.
Okay. And the last 2 weeks, they've been normal, right? For me,
I was off.
Yeah, for you, it hasn't been normal. My last 2 weeks have been normal.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was off last week, which was nice. Needed a break from work. Was getting pretty stressful. And if you tune into the last episode, you would know that I was like a bundle of nerves and very exposed. And so I needed some time to just decompress, and felt very overwhelmed with all of the things that need to get done around the house. Like flipping to springtime.
Yeah.
Like in that mentality. Which I feel like it's not that we've been so busy, but just been lazy maybe and just haven't done it.
Lazy for sure. Lazy.
So I used last week as an opportunity to kind of...
This past week. Not last week, this week.
Sure.
Right?
These past 6 days I've used to kind of get back into that. So I did... You'll see at the end when I talk about all the things that I finished reading and listening to.
Oh, yeah.
That I accomplished quite a bit around the house. So the backyard finally was de-stickified, because, we never cleaned up after stick season, which happens in January or so.
Yeah.
And then we did a bad job last year, I think.
Every year we do a bad job with our leaves.
The year before, I think we did a better job. We have a ton of trees in our backyard, lining the backyard going down. And they're pretty when they have leaves on them.
Yes.
But when the leaves are no longer want to be part of the tree, they end up in our yard, and it turns into a nightmare. So anyway, I finished cleaning up all that stuff, picked up a lot of the sticks, spent 3 hours in the backyard doing all of that stuff. And then, cut the front. We put down some grass seed and some mulch, fertilizer stuff. Did a lot of laundry.
You went to go hang out with your mother one
Hung
day?
out with my mom, which was really nice. Mother's Day just happened, so happy Mother's Day for all of you moms out there. So I went over there on Wednesday. It was nice. We just knit a little bit and hung out. She made a beautiful breakfast. And I don't know. I just kind of putzed around the house, which was nice. I got my emissions done because that was on the back burner since January. So I was 5 months behind getting my emissions done on my car. It's all of those little things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, when you're working full time, going to school full time, and like things just get away, and it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because we just take a week off and try to get it all done.
And then I guess mine's been normal, right? I've worked. Went in the office 4 days this week. I went to my nephew's baseball game 2 weekends ago. Mm-hmm. It's his last year doing Little League.
Yeah.
Because then he moves up to, I guess, I don't know what comes after Little League.
Little League? Isn't there, I don't know, whatever league. Sports ball. I don't understand sports ball.
I don't understand baseball.
I do. I like baseball.
I don't.
Okay. Good. Great talk.
My brother played as a kid, so I used to go to his baseball games.
Yeah.
I never enjoyed watching it. I think I've been to one baseball game. I think I went to a Yankees game when I was a kid. But no, I don't enjoy watching it.
It's very warm up here.
It's very warm. It's like,
It's nice outside.
We skipped kind of spring.
No, we didn't. It's 66 degrees outside. That's totally perfect weather. So. But up here, we don't have any warm. And we're not doing air conditionings yet. No, it's way too soon.
We will tonight though.
And I'd like to open the window because there looks like there's a breeze, but it would probably get too loud with the microphone and stuff.
Correct.
So we will suffer through it for you.
All right, so I guess that's been our last 2 weeks. So I hope you guys had a good 2 weeks.
What happened? Maryland Sheep and Wool happened, so it was nice to see people's pictures and stuff. Sorry that it rained. I know, totally FOMO. But I was thinking we could always just take the train down. It's a longer train ride.
But that's what we always run into. No, we would not take a train. It would be quicker to drive.
Can't we just take Amtrak? Doesn't Amtrak go down? I know it goes to DC.
I think the issue that we run into, again, is that we would need somebody to watch Tarquin, which, actually, going back to Tarquin Tales, is we mentioned that to the vet about boarding him for Rhinebeck weekend, and she actually recommended not doing it.
She had recommended not doing, open play and stuff, because when you board them, sometimes they put the dogs together to, play and stuff. Granted, it's not till October, but we'll see what happens. We're going to try to get somebody to see if they can sleep over at our house.
That's what our vet recommended, is having somebody stay at the house.
Does anybody want to come and sleep over and watch Tarquin?
For 3 nights?
Yeah.
2 nights. 2 nights, 3 days. Okay. So that's been our 2 weeks. So let's do some admin stuff. If you were a winner of our Charlotte Off, prizes have been shipped, so those are on their way if you haven't received them already.
2 of them have already received them.
Fantastic.
Which was wonderful. It was cool to see your posts, and got confirmation that they delivered. One of them is heading over to England, so that probably will take a little bit of time.
Correct. I would think so.
But that one is on its way, and they have gotten to their homes.
And then we have our spring cleaning mal, which ends May 30th, 1st?
30 days has September, April, June, and November. So 31.
31.
So some of you have actually asked what the hashtag for that is, and if you can get some more information. All of the information that we talk about today, including the knit-alongs and all the hashtags and stuff, is linked right down below on the drop-down. If you click that chevron. Somebody said we didn't say chevron last episode.
Who said that?
I don't know, but it was funny.
I recognize his name all the time, so I don't remember, though.
So click that little chevron, and it'll pop down, and you can see all the information. But I think our hashtag is...
Why don't we just pull up our show notes?
Let's pull up our show notes.
So Ray does a really good job and typically does our show notes before we jump on here. So we typically have some updated show notes that we can reference in the Pages app.
Well, because it's a
It is. It's quite a bit.
And after we get done with this, I'm tired.
I'm so tired. I normally don't knit today. All right. So the not coupon code.
Oh, good job. I can never find Pages. I need to put it on this.
No, you know what? You just have to use your search function.
I know, but I can't remember.
I actually don't think it's here.
It is. Oh, yeah.
There. It's hashtag NATR Spring Mal 2022.
Correct.
So here. There it is.
Let's see.
So yeah, our we try to do a really good job with our show notes. So they're down below. They have hashtags. They have all of the coupon codes, which we have a ton of, and we typically mention those at the end when we start talking about Happy Mail and things like that. So always check our show notes. If something's missing, definitely reach out to us. If you don't have access to Instagram and you want to send us a photo, you can send it to our email address, which is also down below. If you'd like to send Happy Mail, we also have our P.O. Box listed there. So,
but look, these are all the things that people have been, the trees, posting. Really fun things.
Wait, go back up. Is that a star blanket?
This one? Or it looks like a butterfly almost.
That's the star shawl.
Galunit. Oh, it's
Stephen
French.
West. You can hit.
It is Stephen West. Star blanket shawl.
Yeah. I would like to knit one of those ones.
Oh, I don't understand what you're saying, but
there is a translate option. See?
No.
I don't.
Oh, see translation.
There you go.
I don't understand. I don't know technology.
You really don't.
Oh.
Your mom can't ask you for help anymore.
Oh, it's really pretty. Anyway, that's that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's really fun. We love looking at what you guys are doing, and we're following the hashtags. So tag the hashtag and then tag us too.
Yeah, and then next month is our third. Let's hear it for the boys.
Yeah.
Now, so
that starts June. That'll start June 1st.
Yeah, if you haven't been here before, the idea of that was kind of the same idea as to why we started the podcast. Is just sometimes being men in the knitting world, it's hard to find patterns that you may like. Or color combinations too. So we just kind of celebrate patterns that you all that we knit for ourselves, or that you guys knit for the males in your life.
Yeah.
Or guys in your life, your husband, son, whatever.
Or to find confidence that you can actually wear a pattern that maybe has a lot of lace. Sometimes you know, people can get a little bit uncomfortable with that or whatever.
Yeah.
But to see people wearing them and like knitting them in different colors that they do, or whatever, it really I think helps kind of motivate people to think outside the box a little bit and whatever. So that's what we usually do throughout the summertime, is Let's Hear It for the Boys, where we'll do all that. We'll kind of like showcase some designers, dyers,
bag makers, and patterns. We have a repository.
Yes, I have to actually look at that.
Yeah, we should probably add some more to
I feel like we need a moderator person
for our
to help us
with that group,
because I'm so bad.
I'm bad at everything.
You're not. You're really good at everything.
Oh, thanks.
I'm bad at social media. Obviously, right. I don't understand technology. What are we rambling on about?
I don't know, but that's kind of been our 2 weeks. That's all the admin stuff. So we're going to get into some knitting. And I have 1 FO and 4 whips.
I have 1 knitted FO, and then I have another FO, and then I have 2 whips.
Well, you have 2 FOs, technically. You have 3 FOs,
it's technically. It's a pair.
So it's technically 3 things that you finished.
All right.
So why don't you start us off, since you have the most FOs?
Okay, let's start with the knitting one. Shall we?
Yes.
Okay, so this one I've been working on for quite a while, and I finally finished my socks.
Lovely.
Aren't they cute?
Very.
These are my vanilla socks. The sock recipe that I use, I actually typed it out. It's down below in our show notes, and I believe it's also on Ravelry as well, like my vanilla sock pattern. So this is using Woolens and Nosh. Percolate is the colorway, percolated, and it is in her Targi base, which is 90% superwash Targi and 10% nylon. It's a 3-ply, 411 yards per 100 grams. It is so... Is that not fun?
It's such a beautiful color, and I would love a sweater out of this.
So orange. I'm liking the orange. Yeah, I like the orange, and I like this blue.
I love the blue.
Isn't that beautiful?
Speaking of, I know that she did a test run of it, but Michelle wasn't able to make it to Maryland Sheep and Wool.
Yeah.
But she is doing some of these
as
stripes
tonals.
As tonals now.
Yeah, which is amazing. Yeah. And I wonder, is it the same base?
I don't know.
This base is wonderful.
It is one of my favorite
so
bases.
It's a very, if you've never knit with Targi before, it's very, it creates a denser fabric.
It's sturdy and
it's very sturdy.
It's
like, I
plumper?
knit.
Definitely denser.
It's denser and sturdy.
Yeah, sturdy.
Like it's gonna last. This sock's gonna last me forever.
Yeah, it feels strong.
Yeah. So for the contrast, because I didn't have enough. Well, actually, I kind of did if I wanted to. This is what I have left over. I didn't weigh it out, but I was concerned that I wouldn't have enough for toes and for heels. And I didn't want to just grab a plain Jane
Solid.
Solid. So I went with a speckle, and this is Little Nugget by Trilogy Yarns in her plush base, which is an MCN, 4-ply fingering, 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. And I actually think it works really well.
It does.
In the sock. I did a cut-in heel, which is like an afterthought heel, but it's technically a forethought heel because I planned out where I was going to put it. I did 5 additional rounds here before I started my decreases. Decrease the same exact way that I would my toe. This is just your standard, like, rounded toe. I cast on 72 stitches. I did a twisted German cast on here, so it's super, super stretchy. I did, that's amazing. I did 19 rows of ribbing for this sock. It bothers me, but I did it. It actually worked out because with the cast on, this little bit of color here, and then it worked out perfectly because it was right before the orange. So,
you know what I need to check out for cast-ons is Jasmine, the knitting nurse.
Mm-hmm.
In one of her recent episodes, she was doing self-striping socks, and she said she has a tip from the Crazy Sock lady with a 2-color cast-on, so you always get matching.
Yeah, it's similar to a two-color tubular cast on, except you're doing the long tail cast on, the slingshot method, with the color break.
Yeah.
So your
slip knot is where the color broke.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you couldn't do German twisted with that probably because German twisted eats up so much more.
No, because it eats up a lot of your yarn.
And I'll test it out.
Yeah, test it out. I think it'd be really, really cool. We'll see if I don't want to make promises that we'll see if we can link that technique down below, but.
Not yet, because neither one of us have tried it to speak to it.
Correct. So I did 7 inches total till I got to my heel, knit the heel, and then I wear a size 12 foot. My foot length is 11 inches, and I like a half an inch of positive ease about that.
Negative ease?
Negative ease. Yeah. And then I decreased down to 16 stitches.
Per needle?
Yeah, on each side of the needle, and then I did my Kitchener here.
And I may have missed it. What size needles were they knit on?
You did not miss it because I did not say. 2.25 millimeter needles.
US 1?
Yes.
Yes.
US 1. And so now I'm ready for another pair of socks. I always like to have a pair of socks on the go.
I gotta sneeze.
Okay.
You can continue. It's coming.
Good. Bless you. God bless you.
Thank you. Excuse me.
But I'm knitting on a project now that's just kind of like in the round, and that's usually what I like to do, like why I like to do a vanilla sock. So I think what I'm going to do next is a pattern sock.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, to change it up a little bit, because wait till when you see I'm on my sweater now going just like miles and miles and miles and miles of just knitting in the round. So I don't want to have 2 projects where all I'm doing is knitting in the round.
I can see
I like to have one where I can just like not pay attention to TV and just kind of do it.
One thoughtful and one not thoughtful.
Yeah. So this I love. Michelle did a hat with this colorway, and she posted it on her, is it Reels? I don't know what it's called on Instagram, a movie thing. And so she did this hat, which I can't remember the name of it right now. We're just so full of information in this
oh my goodness,
YouTube.
Let's find it.
And she did it with this self-striping colorway, and you can see it in like garter, because I think it's a lot of garter. It's like not patchwork. Are you gonna find it?
I will.
Okay. So I guess I'll keep talking. I don't have anything else to say.
It's the Split Decision hat by Shayna Lines Designs.
Yes. And I think she used the percolated colorway, didn't she? Split Decision. Yes, look at. Oh, it's so good. And this is in her DK base.
I'm not playing the sound.
Yeah. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
That's in her DK.
So follow her. Check out that.
Yeah, we love her so much.
Check out that reel.
Yeah. Check out the reel, yo. All right, that's all I got. Stop shaking your head.
So I have one FO And before I show that, I'm going to talk about this because I haven't showed this in a while. I don't have my measuring tape, but this is one of my favorite tools.
Oh, mine too. Top.
This is by Acreworks. We got it at our local yarn store, Knit New Haven. Typically, there's a measuring tape there. I don't have it with me.
You never do, because I leave mine in there and use and measure.
So it comes with scissors, measuring tape, a place for stitch markers, and your darning needles. It's magnetic. You can see the magnets here. Super strong. I always have this with me.
Too.
It's
got the needle gauge around the side.
Yeah, needle gauge here. My favorite little notion. And then here's your other needle gauge that just fits.
That's your stitch gauge.
Well, stitch gauge. Just fits right there.
Yeah.
I will say one of these broke when it fell on the... Oh, it did?
Yep.
I'm
on my second one. Yep.
Oh, so we're both on our second one of these. But still, I love this thing. Literally one of my favorite notions.
This is my most used
notion for sure.
Mine too.
So, anyways,
you need to clean your phone. That's what it's all over. Lotion?
I put lotion on before I came up here, so probably. So I knit a socket slouch by Kelly McClure,
which is one of my faves.
But I made some alterations. One, really. So this is on Yarn I Dyed. Asteroid Belt, which is a beige yarn with some brown, gray, orange speckles. And I knit it because I wasn't sure how it was going to look. I felt like in the skein it looked lightly speckled, and maybe I missed a bunch of areas, but I'm super pleased with the way that this turned out.
Yeah, me too. It's really lovely.
So I did go down a needle size.
Yeah.
The pattern calls for a US 3, which is the 3.25 millimeter. And based on my previous one, which I brought up, this is the first one I knit a couple years ago out of Savvy Skein Rusted Wagon Wheel.
Which is one of my all-time favorite
One of my favorite colors.
Yeah.
This,
look at the pooling on that.
This is huge.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing.
No.
It's super comfortable. I mean, super slouchy, right? Fold up the brim, and you still have some slouch. Great. It's a little loose for me and my taste. So I decided to knit it again in my yarn just to see how the yarn knit up in a US 2, which is a 2.75 millimeter. And instead of knitting the full length, I stopped at 9 inches before I started my decreases. I believe the pattern calls for 12 before you start your decreases. So I took 3 inches off the pattern.
Yeah.
And this fits me incredibly well. So here it is without the brim folded up, and then with brim, it's more like a beanie. So I like this a lot more than that.
You didn't weave in your ends.
No, I did. I just haven't cut them since I blocked it.
Oh.
I just have to cut them. So what I did afterwards is I checked my gauge. My gauge with this yarn on a US 3, which is a 2.5.
No, you did a 3. That's a 3 millimeter.
Oh, US 3. I'm sorry, which is a 3.25 millimeter. I got 28 stitches per 4 inches. And then with this one, I got 31, and the pattern calls for 32 per 4 inches. So this is actually more the way that it's supposed to fit, at least the tightness of it, compared to this one. So that just shows that I'm a pretty loose knitter. Both are lovely. But,
they are, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I love this. I'll probably knit more of these now that I've found the size and the recipe that works for me. And I only used 40 grams of this yarn. I have 60 grams left.
Really?
Yeah, so I could do a whole nother hat out of this. But I may use it for...
Or you can do matching mitts and stuff.
No, I may do some like Rose City rollers.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
Right, some shorty socks for the summer.
Yeah.
Spring and summer. But yeah, so that's my one and only FO.
It's motorcycle season.
It is. Again, it's Stockhead Slouch by Kelly McClure, which is a free pattern.
Yeah, one of my absolute favorites. And if you've watched from the beginning, you'll know I've knit a ton of those. It's been a long time since I've knit one.
It has.
You know why? I've been waiting to do... I want to do a neutral because I've worn my gray one like so often, and I have some really bright, colorful ones that I still do wear.
Your blue one, didn't you buy the machetta for it?
I did, but that's also very. It's like super heavily speckled. I was just looking for like a solid, kind of like neutral.
That's it.
Yeah,
I think that's neutral.
I think it's going to be pretty loud.
No, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, I can't do one now though because I have stockinette stuff already in the round. This is actually really pretty.
Yeah, Monet.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's the colorway Monet.
Monty, maybe. 7-Eleven.
Oh yeah, not Monet.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite yarns. Their singles base, the Machida.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway.
Yep. All right.
That is not what we're doing right now.
Tangent. We just go off on them, but that's okay. That's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about knitting and all that goes with it,
and other things.
Yes.
So this is my next thing. Do you guys? Last week, no.
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago, we went to Connecticut Sheep and Wool.
Oh no, 2 weeks. We did the podcast the following day, right?
Yeah, we did it on a Sunday. Podcast. Went to Connecticut Sheep and Wool and found a booth there called Going Gnome. We'll have this link down below. We each bought 2 kits from there for needle felting, and yesterday you had a meeting. Yesterday. So Kevin usually works from home on Thursdays and Fridays, but he went into work, I think he said, four days this week. And yesterday he had to take an important meeting. So I brought the dog upstairs and I just kind of sat in here. And I was like, well, what do? I forgot my knitting downstairs. And I was like, oh, let me try to see if I can do some needle felting. And so I did. Now, this is what they're supposed to look like. It doesn't even matter because the cool thing about the gnomes is that you can make them however you want, right? Because they all have their own personalities. So these are 2 mini tree gnomes. They're supposed to look like almost like Christmas trees, holiday trees.
I feel like they're the trees that would be in the planter, you know?
Yeah. So they apparently they created this kit because I was looking it up and I have it linked down below. They still have some on their website. They talk a lot about you can put them on your holiday tables. They must have released it around Christmas time, but doesn't matter.
That would be great for the holiday. We have our Wexler
this
with
is open
all Christmas trees.
I know. So theirs are gonna go out for.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, I mean, I may put a little bow on them or something. Okay, let me just show you. So this is the first one that I did, and I'm just gonna say right away that his eyes are a little scary.
Oh, they are.
They are.
No, maybe.
So, here's one.
Oh my God! Wait, look.
What?
So, it's super cute, but it reminds me of like, the Grim Reaper.
What?
With the eyes, like
maybe the eyes. So the eyes are lifeless, and I get it. I totally get it. They're too big. If they were smaller, I think they would look.
No, I think they're too
cute.
Close.
Maybe, but look at his cute little nose.
I know it's cute.
No,
they're super cute.
They are. It was very cute. It was very, very fun to do. And the hard part was it includes everything that you need. The hard part was these like little curls. You probably can't see it all that well.
No, they can see.
The little curls are much more prominent on these guys, and they have better noses, but that's okay. So I was trying to like keep the integrity of these little curls.
Oh yeah, you have a tiny nose.
I know, but I didn't know.
No, I think you did a good job. For your first time needle
felting?
Yeah,
it's my first time. It's my first guy. So he took me probably about 40 minutes or so.
What's his name?
I don't know yet.
I feel like he's
do you think
Fernando.
So really?
Maybe
it's a female.
Or
it could be a female.
You could do David.
Who knows?
David the gnome from the TV show.
I may play around with the eyes a little bit more with this. Okay, so I loved it so much. I was so impressed and how easy it was. Like look, you even make like little like legs.
Look at the arms. Show them the arms.
Yeah, I did little arms.
Boop, boop.
Hello.
Au revoir.
Hi. I don't know. I thought he was very cute. So that's one. And then I had a bunch of batting left over. So I was like, let me try to make this guy a little bit bigger. So I made a stouter one. And I tried to play around a little bit more with the eyes because the other one bugged me out a little bit more. So, and then I made this guy.
No, it's great, but it's hilarious.
Yeah. So, they are so much fun. They are so much fun to do. I made him. He's got little arms too. His eyes, I thought, are a little bit more expressive.
For sure.
Yeah. He's like startled. Staring at Kevin. His nose I made a little bit like more hooked. Probably doesn't. I mean, this is my first attempt. He's got this like bouffant in the back there. I don't know. I thought they're cute.
No, they really are.
I think they're so cute. His eyes are definitely needs to do something with his eyes. But I like his eyes. They're kind of cute. I don't know. So anyway, what do you guys think? I think they're adorable.
No, they really are. Put them on the shelf behind us.
They sit. They sit. I don't want to. Where can I put this? We'll put this here. That was from our friend Elizabeth. We showed that a few episodes ago.
Not a few, probably like a year ago.
Yeah, probably. Oh no. I think I moved him. He got a little top heavy.
There you go.
So there they are. Those are the mini tree gnomes. We have I will be doing another kit very, very soon. I have a little frog.
What do I have again? I have penguins.
You have penguins, which are adorable, and then you have Jack Frost, I think.
Which is a gnome.
Yeah, which is a gnome.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
maybe I'll do them
there
this
they
weekend.
are.
Good job.
Yeah, they're cute. It was so much fun to do. The thing with needle felting, I think, is now I wish I didn't put all of the like whiskers and the straggly stuff all over them, because I think that they need some more felting done. So, but I'm okay. I it is what it is. They look fun, and
we know where to buy more.
Yeah, for sure. So I was actually looking at their site. I do want to do it. They have a really cool dragon, which looks good. So I want to do a couple more kits, and then I might buy the dragon kit.
Fun.
And see what happens. Yeah, but I think once you get the shaping, I think it's just really you have to felt the crap out of it. And I don't think I felted it enough before I added all of the stuff on there.
Gotcha.
So anyway, that was it. It was so much fun to do. It was like stress relieving. And I only stuck myself one time. Drew blood, but I only stuck myself one time. And that reminds me, so funny. I was going to show this during the our acquisitions, but I think it goes hand in hand. So one of you...
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's right.
One of you amazing people are taking advantage of our P.O. box being listed down below. So we had this package in there. It was a small package. I'm like, what the heck is this? And so it says, and I won't say your name, but thank you so much. You know who you are. Says, Kevin and Ray, thought you might need these. Have fun with your gnomes. Isn't that so cute?
Adorable.
Star
Wars Band-Aids, love them.
So I did not need a Band-Aid. I was waiting to see if I needed one, but I didn't. But these are so great. So thank you so much. I thought that was so perfect. Yeah, I was really excited about it. I like the needle felting.
Good job.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do my little frog next, and maybe he'll be done by the next podcast.
Maybe I'll do one this weekend.
You should. It was really fun. I took my little... Oh, this guy. I actually brought it downstairs and sat on the couch. Look at all the leftover, like, guts.
Guts?
I mean... How... You can keep using these foam things over and over and over again, right? Do they ever lose their...
No, I think you're fine.
Yeah, I think I am too.
Okay.
Okay.
So, moving on.
Those are my FOs.
All right, moving on to whips. I have 4. How many do you have?
2.
All right, so I'll start, and I'm going to go easy. This I just cast on Thursday night.
Go easy.
You guys will know if you've been here before what it is, seeing the bag, my bearded pearl bag.
Yes.
This is just the Pearl Soho, half and half, dishcloth.
I love the color, actually.
I'm actually going to do a 3-color one.
You are?
Yeah, I'm going to do this.
Oh, that'd be pretty.
And this.
What's that, like a peach?
Peach and blue. Blue's going to be next, and then peach
Yeah.
is going to be one triangle.
I love it.
So I'm using a US 4, which is the incorrect size, so they are a little bit bigger this time than I like.
Did you not realize that it was a 4?
I did not. So I did buy, we showed it last week, I bought a needle specifically for these and I'll just keep it in this bag. Because I always have this bag downstairs. If I need something to knit and I have no motivation, this is what I cast on. Mm-hmm. So it should have been on a 3.25, but I'm knitting on a 3.5 millimeter.
Okay.
And I cast on 48 stitches and then follow the pattern the rest of the way. And that's it. What color is this, though? I don't know.
It's like yellow.
It is yellow. It may be just... John Quill yellow. So John Quill yellow. And then this is Robin's Egg blue. And this is Summer Melon. So that will be the next one. And that's my first whip. Not much there. I show these all the time.
Yeah, but they're wonderful. And people have asked, do we use them as washcloths or dishcloths or what? And we use them as washcloths primarily.
It's my favorite one.
Mm-hmm. They're really soft on the skin. Yeah, easy, like washing machine, dryer, super easy.
And I'm sorry, it's the
we've replaced all of our loofahs.
Yeah, so it is Pearl Soho Buttercup Cotton.
Yeah.
It's a fingering weight, I believe. Yes, fingering weight. It's my favorite cotton yarn.
Yeah.
So, that's whip number 1.
Nice. Do you want to do one more? And then we can go tit for tat.
Okay. All right. We'll keep with the Pearl Soho theme. This is in my Harry Potter Twinkle and Twilight bag.
She's got some really nice bags. I linked her shop down below.
So I have cast on the Pearl Soho 4-point blanket. Let's see if it's in here. So it's a baby blanket, free pattern from Pearl Soho. I again am using Buttercup Cotton.
It looks so drapey and comfortable, doesn't it?
I am using, this is called Lavender Fog. So it's a very, very pale purple. Mm-hmm. I'm using US, I think it's US 3. Yeah, US 3, a 3.25 millimeter. I'm actually using my Knitter's Pride Mindful needles that you got me for my birthday last year, I think. Mm-hmm. So I am...
Well, yeah, your birthday's coming up soon.
Yeah, my birthday is in like a month, less than a month now. So it is a plain garter stitch. You cast on 160 stitches, I think, and then you decrease by knitting 2 stitches together at the end of a row. So you're going to create a triangle, and then you'll pick up stitches and then knit the next triangle into that and do that all the way around. So this is nice. It's just a really mindless knit.
Yeah, and the finished, it says the finished will be...
I'm doing 36 by 36. It gave you the size for 2 options. You could do 36 by 36 or 52 by 52, I think.
And guys, look at this. There's a crochet version of it.
Yes, there is. That's actually a really great color combo.
It really is.
The 2 different grays and that pop.
Yeah. This is using linen and quill.
But we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, that's a really pretty crochet stitch. It still looks super drapey. Is it? Oh, that's wonderful.
There have been a lot of updates to the pattern as well.
Yeah. I'm not going to link the crochet pattern there. You can just get to it by clicking on the link, the pattern that I did link below.
Yeah, so definitely check out Pearl Soho's website for these patterns and these yarns. Yeah, and last time I showed all the yarn that I bought for, I still haven't decided on the final 4 colors. I just knew that this one, it's such a light purple.
Yeah, I love it.
It looks almost gray. It kind of is. It's called Lavender Fog, so there's probably some gray undertones to it. But yeah, it makes such a beautiful fabric. Mm-hmm. It's so soft and squishy, this yarn. It's not like your sugars and cream.
No.
Or Even I love Knit Picks Dishy. It's better than Dishy to me. It's much
how
softer.
affordable is this yarn?
So when I get it on sale, it's 100 grams skein, and you can get it on sale. Last time I got it on sale for $6 a skein.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah,
For 100 grams?
For 100 grams, and
That's
I think
good.
typically it's maybe around $11 a skein for
That's
100
still not bad.
grams, which is the same price as buying 250-gram balls
Right.
of, not
Like
fleece
Dishy or something.
Dishy, yeah. So really, really similar in price.
Oh, that's awesome. Lovely.
And you can get a ton of dishcloths out of those. So,
Cool.
all right, you're up.
Okay. I made some progress on my So Basic sweater by Maxim Sear. I switched bags as much as I really wanted to keep it in my Knit for Brains bag. It was snowmen and stuff, and definitely not snowman weather. So I switched to a Naughty Knitting Sack bag.
Love it.
I love this too. This is our merman one. So it's got the fun...
Where's my merman one?
This is it.
That's my merman one? Where's your merman one?
I don't know. Is this one mine or yours? What's the difference?
I don't know. Where's the other merman one?
I don't know. Well,
I think you have something in it.
I don't have anything in it.
I think you're using
Those are my projects over there that I have laid out and prepared.
What? No, I think it's downstairs.
It's not. Maybe you have something in it. So, this is the So Basic
I may,
sweater.
actually.
See? And you...
Yeah, it's right there. I found it.
What's in it?
My Plotolopi.
Plotolopi? Sorry, I'm not prepared.
It's not in your good reads? Good
Yep,
notes?
Sure is.
Swipe down.
Stop it. Don't...
Swipe down.
I know where things are. Shut up. Whatever, Kevin. This is So Basic sweater. Okay, I am using, and I've been showing this for a little while, but I'm using the Primrose
Rose
Ebonine, and the colorway is Comet. This is their house blend, 2-ply fingering. It's 50% merino, 50% Shetland, about 400 yards. It is fingering weight yarn. So, here's what I did. I separated for sleeves. Please don't fall off. I was here.
You made a ton of progress.
So I ended up separating for sleeves. Now you can really see the sleeve detail. Remember I was kind of talking about it?
Yes, for sure.
There. So that'll continue all the way down the sleeve. And then now I'm just in Stockinette City. So I have to knit about 15 inches. I maybe got about 4
I would say, yeah.
4 inches done.
Yeah.
Or so. So this is my... While we're watching TV or like knit nights, things like that I would normally knit on my sock, I'm knitting on the sweater instead. I think what I might do is if I get a little, because it takes so long because it's fingering weight, if I get bored, I might pick up and do a sleeve. Because I can at this point I can do that. I don't have to wait till the end. There's no hard and fast rule. So if I need a little bit of a break, I can switch to sleeves, which is still just knitting in the round, but you have these little purl bumps. So it changes it up just a little bit.
Correct.
So I could always do that, and then I'll do that on a small circumference needle. I'm very, very happy with the fabric. I think the color will be good on me.
I love the color.
Yeah, I am going to do a pocket. So I might do a yellow or a blue, like a very pale blue pocket. Like leather. It's going to be leather, so it'll be like muted down a little bit. I think the yellow might look nice.
I don't know. I think the yellow would be too harsh because this is brown.
Right, but like a mustardy yellow.
I actually think
I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet.
I think rusted orange would be nice.
Yeah, it could be.
Or a deep.
Maybe. I mean, I'm saying this now, but
you probably won't do the pocket.
I don't know how to do any.
But I think like a deep teal.
Maybe I'll send it to Max and he can sew it on for me.
A deep teal would be nice.
Yeah. So I am knitting the 42-inch chest size. No.
Yes.
How don't think so.
What? No, it was 44.
41.5, because my gauge was a little bit tighter than Max's. So, I don't know. It was different. I did the math. I talked about it in the last episode. It was a lot of talking and all that. So, it should hopefully fit. I'm going to try this on hopefully today.
I would, for sure.
Yeah, just to kind of see. I mean, I'm at the point where I really can't do much about it, but take it all the way out. If it's not,
well, you could. You would have to take it back.
It's non-superwash, so blocking is going to end up being my friend. But I love how the raglan plays with the increases.
Yeah.
Or the pattern there, which is really nice. So yeah, that's that. I'm happy with the fabric. Let me try not to. I don't know if you can see it.
It blows out a little bit.
It does.
Close.
Yeah. But I am happy with the fabric and the stitch definition that I'm getting. This yarn has like little
plant fiber.
I don't know if it's plant fiber, like little hairs. Maybe they're like guard hairs that haven't been removed.
I mean, that could be the Shetland.
Yeah, maybe.
In it.
But it feels like it's going to be so.
I think it's going to be
comfortable
when it blocks.
Yeah, and it's already so soft.
And it's going to be light too. It's going to be a really nice light sweater.
So I'm hoping that I get this done. I've only gone through one skein of yarn so far.
Oh, that's great.
And this is what I have from my second skein.
Okay.
I got a total of 5 skeins of yarn.
You'll have more than enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I. Oh, of course.
No,
I will.
you will
I'm sure
for
I
sure.
Will. Yeah.
You may even end up with an extra skein.
I might. So that's that. I'm just knitting away on it. I love it.
And then if you do, it'd be a beautiful sock head. Nice neutral sock head.
You're right.
Yes, you better hurry up and finish that so you know.
Shut up. I am hurrying up and trying to work on this. But that's my sit and knit for a bit. Just kidding. All right.
I'll keep with
that's one whip.
I'm going to keep with the same theme. Mine, living in my naughty knitting sacks. This is the circuit board with fornicating skeletons. Yes. So I have decided to pick up my sweater that has been on the needle since 2020.
God, this is a diesel sweater.
This thing it's heavy. It's a DK weight sweater. Mm-hmm. This is the Beauceron by Vincent of Les Garçons. I cast this on a long time ago, and I put it on hold last January to knit the Montrealer, and I just never picked it up. And what I'm finding out about myself as a knitter is...
You don't pay attention to what you're doing?
That. But if I have something on the needles for a long period of time, I'm kind of okay with not touching it because it's been on the needles for a long time. So it's harder for me to get back into that mode of knitting that project.
Yeah.
But either way, last time you guys saw this, I just finished the body of the sweater. So I had bound off down here, and
it's so good.
Cast on.
So good.
I picked up for the sleeve, and I am just about done with the sleeve. I have maybe like an inch of knitting.
That's an interesting texture. Wow.
I have an inch of knitting left, and then 2 inches of ribbing. I did make a modification to the sleeve. So, here, we're just going to... No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Oh, it actually looks really neat.
Yeah.
It really does look pretty neat.
So, I misread the pattern, and I just kind of started doing my own thing, and I was like, I know this isn't right. Absolutely 100% knew that this was incorrect. But I didn't know what I was doing wrong. And then when I got to right here, I looked at the pattern again, and I was like, oh, it's just stockinette. This is just supposed to be knitting in the round. And I thought, for some reason...
You were going to continue the patterning.
I was going to continue this pattern on the body.
So you ended up with a broken rib.
That's not the case. So my pattern changes after every decrease that I do. So it's kind of a it is a broken rib.
It's like a broken rib. But you have slip stitches in there.
But over a certain number of rows.
I think it looks kind of cool. to be honest.
You would never notice it
No.
from far away.
But even up close, yeah.
I don't mind it, to be honest.
No, I like it a lot.
Going to be super easy to repeat. I know what I did, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to do the same thing on the next sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
I am knitting this out of Taki yarns. They're classic superwash. And I'm using color 3, and let's see if I feel like the other one's either a 7 or 12.
I think it's 7. 11.
17. And then color 17.
It's my favorite.
This is the gray. And then
Which one is which?
I don't have no idea. I don't know. And then this is the teal, which is, depending on the time of day and the light, this is either really green
or really
looking
blue.
or very blue.
Yeah, it's very blue today to me.
Yes, I agree. Today it's very blue to me. And I'm gonna have a full skein and a half of this left over, and probably a full skein or 2 of this left over. The pattern called for, let me pull it up on Good Notes. I did go down a needle size with my body because that's what the pattern calls for. I did not do the same thing with my sleeve because my body is a little bit tighter after I finish the mosaic knitting.
Yeah.
So, let's find out the needle sizes. So it called for a US 7, a US 6, and a US 5. And I think I'm doing a 6, a 5, and a 4.
Oh.
I actually don't know now. I don't even know if I wrote that down. I think I went 654 instead of 765. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Because my gauge swatch, I did a meat gauge, so I went down, and I would, if I did anything differently, I would not have changed needle size from the mosaic to the rest of the body, because I can see the difference. So I knit my body with the idea that I'm going to try to block it out wider. Because as of right now, I have no positive ease in this. So hopefully it will all black out and be beautiful.
It's going to be gorgeous. It already is gorgeous.
Yeah, no, I love the colors.
Yeah.
The chest actually fits pretty well. It could use a little positive ease. I am concerned because it's a little poofy right here. Yeah, it puckers a little bit.
Should relax, hopefully.
But
this is superwash or non-superwash?
Yeah, it is superwash. I think it's going to be fine. The neck is a beautiful fit, so I'm really happy with that. And my goal is, and you guys can hold me to it, my goal is to finish this by next podcast. I will probably finish this sleeve over the weekend and pick up this one. And if I don't make any mistakes on the sleeve and have to tink back a couple rows, then I should finish this probably next weekend.
Lovely.
And then I can cast on 2 sweaters.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that, guys, is my bow saran.
That is that.
You?
Me. Well, I'm glad you asked. Okay, this one. Now, this is I feel like it's like my 5th attempt.
Well,
all you OGs, you remember this guy? This is the Barndom by Stephen West. Little backstory is that this was the second shawl that I tried to knit, and I had such trouble with it. Like, such trouble. And I couldn't get anything to work. It's got some cables in there. I couldn't get it. Just everything. I ripped it out and started again. I can't even tell you how many times. And then I thought I was on the right track, and I totally wasn't. And I was very frustrated. So when I was looking for some suggestions, and I had asked you all for some suggestions of patterns for the 2 yarns that I got at Connecticut Sheep and Wool from Plies and Hellhounds, these guys. Ooh. A lot of you gave some amazing suggestions, and I added a bunch of those to my cart. But then I thought, you know what? Maybe I should try the Barndom again. Because the Barndom, you can use 2 colors and then add a third if you want to for like a little bit of a pop. And all of my shawls with the exception of the Slip Stravaganza, are all like, you know, brighter colors and whatever. So I wanted something like monochromatic. So I thought this would be perfect for it. Cast on again, and I ran into the same problem. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Unfortunately, there's some errata to the pattern that I didn't see last time. And then even with those changes that was posted as errata, the pattern wasn't updated. There were still some stitch counts that were off in the actual finished pattern. So this pattern was made back in like 2012. So it's an older pattern for Stephen West. I've never seen it. Unfortunately, like it wasn't correct. So I thought, like, what can I do to like make this correct? Like something is off. So I had in my head like what I needed to do to make everything work, and I'll show you in a second. But I was validated because a couple of other people in the notes posted the same things. So I'm on track now. Most of the pattern is correct. There's one part, and I'll have, once I finish this and post it to Ravelry, I'll have all of my notes, because I'm taking notes as where the like the errata and stuff, like where I'm having difficulty like with the pattern, where it needed to change or where I changed it. So anyway, I am using Plies and Hellhounds, like I said before, in her Marie Cutie base, which is 75% superwash Corriedale and 25% nylon. So it's a little scrunchy, so it might be difficult to see.
No, you can see it.
So this is what I have here so far. You can see it's got some cables. They branch out and they'll start connecting to each other, like up here, and then branching out like even more. You see the pattern there? How they like kind of connect. So I am, yeah. So this is where I am. What I got so far. This is the colorway Nightmare plus 10, and then this lighter color is called Chalk Dust. Something wrong?
No.
Are you looking at the pattern? Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Oh. So where it was incorrect was you end up using a lot of stitch markers, but in between the two, like where you're cabling, and then here where this is the front of the work, where you're making your increases here, the stitch count was wrong between this and this. It said you needed 25 stitches, but really in actuality there were 23 stitches there. So that's where I kept getting a little bit confused. And then also it had, so it's like a mirror image of itself, right? So when you're knitting and you're cabling, you know, on this side, you're going to do the same thing over here, but you're going to kind of reverse it, right? So you're going to cable because this is the cable line and these are just the knit stitches here. So you're going to cable first before you do your knit, you know, in this little bracket. Mm-hmm. And so in the pattern, it has you knit and then cable here. So what would have happened was this line would have started moving over here like this, and this line would have started moving over this way, because it's when you're doing cable, when you're cabling and you're holding those stitches in the back, it creates a oh, it's on this side actually. It creates a right-leaning cable, and so these would have ended up meeting like this, which is not how it's supposed to be. So anyway, this is where I'm at right now. I think it's going to be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's going to look nice.
Yeah, it's going to look nice. I think what I'm going to do is, so it really goes like this. This is how it's going to be here. You don't have to help me or anything like that. Don't worry about it at all. I appreciate it, though.
What would you like? Where would you like me?
I mean, you can hold it a little bit, maybe. There you go.
You know what?
So this is what it's supposed to... And then I think what I'm going to do is I am going to introduce a third color. So I don't know if I should continue with the monochrome and choose like a medium gray.
Yes.
because then you're going to stripe that color with the light color here.
Yes.
So that's what I'm kind of thinking. If only I knew a yarn dyer who could dye me some medium gray yarn.
I know.
Yeah.
Nancy has yarn.
Oh, okay, good. I actually think I have some yarn from Nancy in a nice gray. In her...
I mean, you have a lot of yarn behind you. I do. Hey, Bugs.
Hi, handsome head.
How you doing, bud?
Speaking of Nancy, this is gray.
It's too...
I need a darker.
You need darker than that, but yeah.
Anyway, that's that. This is The Barndom by Stephen West. I think it's going to be really cool. I feel like you have judgy eyes. Did I miss?
No,
okay.
no, I don't have judgy eyes.
I am using US 4 needles. I have it on a 40-inch cord. I did not measure my gauge because I don't ever do that for shawls.
The only thing I ever do that for is really for a sweater, or like I just did with a hat to see what the difference was, re-knitting it.
And this is Katydid bags that we got from
Westport Yarns.
Westport Yarns, just a little label. This is the I have too much stuff in here, but it like turns into a little bowl.
Yeah,
which is
it's a
really
fun
cool.
bag.
It's a fun bag.
Very well made.
Yeah. All right, and that is. Oh, and I think Laura from Knit for Brains has the same bag. She uses it often.
Oh, she does have a cable one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is all of my whips.
I have one more. This is also
Sorry,
knitting.
I thought the show was all about me. I apologize.
No, it's not. This is in a bearded pearl bag that Justin and Caleb sent us for our 1-year podiversary.
Yeah.
So this is my half and half wrap by Pearl Soho. It's called the half and half triangles wrap.
Yes.
It is a free pattern. I'm knitting the bigger version, or the biggest.
Oh god, oh god.
Nope, it's okay.
No, it's not. Oh, this is lovely.
Right?
Wow. I haven't felt it knit up yet.
So I am knitting this out of linen quill. My two colors are kettle black and salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
It is knit on a US 3, I believe.
3. Yep, 3.25 millimeter needle.
I cast on 260 stitches, and it's literally the same
It's
pattern.
a free pattern?
It is. It is the same
so
pattern
nice of them to do free patterns.
as my half and half dishcloth.
Just on a
So same
version.
concept. You're just doing some short rows.
Yeah.
I did not do the German short row because a lot of you guys have shared the video, and I appreciate that, but I had already started doing my other short row, so I didn't want to take it out and cast on 260 stitches again. So I've been trying to get about 2 to 4 rows in a night, just so that I can do this quicker, because it's going to take a long time, if not, because it does take me quite a bit of time to knit this a row. This yarn is beautiful. The makeup of the yarn is 50% fine Highland wool, 35% alpaca, and 15% linen, and it is so soft.
It is so soft. Honest
it's beautiful to work with,
and it's light.
It's
it
very
feels
light.
like it's going to be light.
It's a fingering weight yarn.
Mm-hmm.
They do have this in a worsted weight as well. And I just love this. I can't wait to block this and see what it feels like after being blocked. What's fun is with the black, you can see all the white in there from the linen, because linen
dyes differently.
Yeah, it would not pick up the dye as well as an animal fiber, since it's a plant fiber and you have to use a different type of dye for it. It is quite fuzzy. Huh?
Yeah.
It is quite fuzzy. I do find that I have a lot of it almost looks like dog hair on me after I'm done knitting with it.
Oh, it's
but
so nice.
It's a beautiful
It's gonna be
yarn.
nice. You knit a lot on that, actually. That's a lot of stitches to go back and forth.
Yeah, so, and this was a happy mail. I had said that I wanted a bright stitch marker since I'm knitting in all black. So we got this in the mail.
Show, I think it's
we'll
on
talk
your
about
side.
it a little bit, but this was made
Yeah, you
by
have it on your side.
a viewer for us. So thank you very much. I
Her
threw it
8-year-old
right
daughter.
on. Yep, her 8-year-old daughter. So
We'll
I
talk
threw it
about
right on when I got it.
What's this one do? This stitch marker for?
That was my progress keeper. That's where I was last time.
Really?
I was there 2
You
weeks
knit
ago.
a lot then.
So now I'm going to move that up.
Okay.
That's one of my Legar Stone ones, which I love. And yeah, so that's my half and half route.
Okay.
I will probably finish that by winter of 2023. But so now that we're done with whips, we'll talk about some yarn dyeing before we get into Happy Mail and Breaking the Bank. So yarn dyeing, these should, if all goes well, this will all be up in the shop tomorrow.
Yeah, don't force yourself today.
No, I probably won't today. There's a lot to do. So,
Tomorrow being Sunday.
Tomorrow's being Sunday, whatever.
The 15th of May. But if it's not...
Oh, and then we have to talk about, I don't know if I saved it to good notes. So I'm going to work this weekend on trying to dye a fade for a shawl that I would like to knit.
It looks so good.
So if you all saw, Stephen West recently released the Garter Abyss shawl. It's a 5-color fade. And my intention is to use Asteroid Belt for my first color. Mm-hmm. And then I have to come up with 4 other colors. I think I have 2 of the other ones in mind. One of them would be a colorway I haven't dyed in a while called Fire Pit, which has a lot of gray, orange, and brown in it. So it would complement this very well. It's a little bit darker. And then the other one is...
So this is the pattern.
Yeah,
That's the shawl.
It's a beautiful shawl.
It's a cool shape.
And it's garter, so that's fantastic. Yeah. I dyed
I love it.
A tonal a couple weeks ago, or like a month ago or something, and it was a really dark brown with gray in it. So I want to use that for the final color. And then somewhere in between there, I'm going to dye up some others with variations of brown, gray, and orange in it. And maybe I'll throw in some other speckles to kind of like break up that super neutral.
Yeah.
So anyways, I have dyed up some more Asteroid Belt on 7525. And I also did it on DK.
I like it on DK. I mean, I like it on fingering as well.
I love it on both, but DK... The reason...
It's richer. It looks richer almost.
Well, you know what it is that... So a DK skein, when it is unwound, or when it's not
at least from
skinned up like
from
this,
where you get your...
From where I get it, it is longer than the 7525. So it's easier to get speckles on more of the fiber than it is here.
Because there's less like loops.
Correct. So yeah, so I love it on DK. I think this would... I might keep a skein of this and do a Lyle cap for me. Nice. So this is on DK. I did some more rhubarb on 80/20.
Still one of my favorites. Oh, I love how rich that is.
This is going to be called Sidewalk Chalk.
This is one of my new favorites.
This was a mistake.
But it's repeatable mistake, yeah?
I'm pretty sure I have to
I
see
hope
if
so,
I
Kev.
wrote it down.
It's really nice.
I mean, I kind of know how I started.
It's very like springy and summery.
Yeah, so you got some bright yellows, some pinks, oranges, some blue, purple. You probably have some browns, and there's greens in here. There's some, probably some like undyed sections. Yeah, like right there. So you got some like white or beige or cream in here. So this is very fun, totally outside of anything that I've typically dyed.
Yeah,
There's
it
so
really
many
looks like
here.
a box of sidewalk chalk.
Yeah. It's so funny too. So on Thursday when I was at work, I was trying to think of a color and what it reminded me of. And I was thinking it reminded me of like sidewalk chalk, like the dust almost of it is what I was seeing. And then on our Thursday night knit night, I showed it to our friend Carrie and she said sidewalk chalk. I was like, absolutely, 100%. So that's that. Then this one, I don't know.
I wish Carrie lived closer. I feel like she'd be so much fun to hang out with.
I wish all of them lived closer.
I know, same. We'll see them on Ride Back, though.
We will. So this is another one that I was just kind of playing around with Carrie actually helped me come up with these colors too. This actually was kind of the first attempt done really poorly on my behalf.
Well, you can see that they are related.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, just the pink and the green is what started, and then it just didn't work out well. So this, I try to get green speckles in all of kind of like the undyed or really light colored areas. So I think this is really pretty.
I think it's pretty
There's
too.
also some darker speckles, like pink peachy speckles. I don't know what it reminds me of. I said to Ray, it reminds me of a watermelon, kind of, but it doesn't have that red. Mm-hmm. It's like right at the rind of a watermelon where you have the white, the really light peach, and then the green on the outside of it. So I don't know. Maybe it'll just be a watermelon rind. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? And then last is I dyed this. I wanted to see actually how the color that I did these speckles with, how it would look just on some DK poured over, and I wasn't super pleased initially. It left too much white space, so then I just added some blue,
which I think was the right call.
Yeah, I love the way that the blue just kind of breaks it up a little bit, and you have a lot of different green tones in here.
Can we open this one up? Because I feel like it's hidden.
What is?
The blue.
There's not a ton. No, I didn't want to overdo it.
It's so soft, Kev.
So you have some blue, like some blue here.
Yeah.
You have some blue speckles. So it's not overly blue.
Oh,
it's
just enough.
Yeah, I didn't want to go crazy like those.
How fun is that?
Like the stuff that I have drying.
Yeah.
I went a little bit crazy with that, but that I didn't want to go too nuts with. I wanted it to be really subtle.
Yeah.
So I'll have these all. I just need to take pictures and settle on names for them, but they'll be up at the shop some point tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll say by 5 p.m. Eastern time.
Well, that's good.
That way it gives me time to like grocery shop and work out and stuff tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
And take pictures.
Grocery shopping tomorrow.
So yeah, that's kind of what I've been dyeing.
Nice.
Okay. So let's get into some Happy Mail.
Happy Mail.
There was a ton of Happy Mail.
There's still some
week.
Other yarns in the shop too. I don't know if you talked about it. Like that buttercream is still in there.
There's buttercream. There's, I think, like Violet, You're Turning Violet.
Oh, that's such a fun color.
Shamrock Shooter. Bluebell.
Silver Bullet.
There's
one left in DK.
Dream House.
Will Silver Bullet work for my...
For your Barndom?
No,
because you're knitting it out of fingering weight.
True story. Thank you. Hall Monitor. Oh,
Hall
you have a bunch of Hall Monitor left.
Yeah, Cool Mint. Let's go back.
Cool
Mint's not down here. That's what's drying. I tried to replicate Cool Mint and I did it wrong, so I added some blue and yellow and I'm getting a really different color, which is pretty.
You have Olive Branch.
Olive Branch, yeah. So yeah, there's still some other things in there, and then I'll try to get these all in there tomorrow. And then I've decided that this one is probably going to Asteroid Belt is going to be one I'll always have because I love it. Because what's so fun about this is that like this is one of the lightly speckled skeins. Mm-hmm. There are some skeins that have a little bit more. And
that's the thing with hand dyed yarn, right?
But it really is. It's a beige base with speckles. And I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
All right. Happy Mail.
Owl posts.
Owl post.
We got a lot of owl posts.
Do you have any over there that you could start with?
Sure.
Okay. Thanks.
So, our good friend, Guinevere over at Always Queenie Believe, who we talk about often.
Hold on, please. Before you get into that, let's just do coupon codes.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, we have a bunch of coupon codes.
I think everything that we're going to show now, there's coupon code associated with it.
Yeah. They're all down below.
What was that noise?
I don't know. So here we go. Ready for some coupon.
They're playing music. I think they're having party.
So we have our Naughty Knitting Sacks coupon code, which is Prickle Pants 15 for 15% off your order. Trilogy Yarns, which is NATR 15 for 15% off anything excluding clubs and kits.
Yeah.
Knit Swag, Kevin and Ray. What just happened?
I don't know. What are you doing?
That was weird.
Just let it.
I know. I don't know.
Let
All right.
it
So,
ride.
I'm sorry. Knit Swag, which is Kevin and Ray for 15% off your order. We have Lila Styles, which is Love NATR 10 for 10% off your order. Always Queenie Believe, which is 9-inch circ for 20% off your order.
I never said it. 9-inch circular needles.
And now
Did you see how the camera like moved? Hi everyone. Okay, bye. That's not creepy at all.
Stop.
9-inch circular needles.
So Katie did bags, which is Kevin and Ray 10 for 10% off your order. We have a coupon code, which is new for the Scrappy Angel, NATR Fan 10 for 10% off your order. And then we have Superfine Yarn Co. Sarah did an update to her shop last week. This code is good until May 20th. So you have 6 more days.
Right.
And that is NATR 10 for 10% off your order.
Right. And when that coupon code expires, we'll just remove it from our show notes down below so that there shouldn't be any confusion. So as you're watching this afterwards and the coupon code's not listed down below, then that's it.
Okay. And then we have a coupon code, a new one for Jessalyn Janice.
Oh my gosh. Wait till you see her
Which
bags.
is Ready 15 for 15% off your order. And that's good until August 1st.
I am ready.
And then we have our...
Ready. Who's that? Ready to be extraordinary.
Oh, that's Mandy Moore.
Oh, yeah. That was a good album. When she went off. I like the album.
That's
probably a lot of people didn't like it.
Wildflower, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's get to Owl Post.
Okay. So Guinevere sent not me and Kevin things, but she's so sweet. She sent our mothers some things for Mother's Day, which is really, really nice. So, Mom, you'll be getting this probably today when I head over. I have to go help my mom hang some blinds. So, this is for my mom. And it's the Always at the Ready Deluxe Basket of Flowers project bag. And what I love about her is that she describes, like, what this all is. Like, in her descriptions. So, this is super sweet. The flowers are adorbs. And it is designer fabrics, canvas tops and interiors, an embossed vegan leather vinyl bottom. It's 9 by 4 inches, which is the base. The height is 10.5 inches. There are interior pockets. There's a bunch of pockets actually in here.
Yeah.
There's pockets on the sides. It's like all the way around. And it's got a nice drawstring, which is really good. Oh, how cute are these?
I know. Just her,
the quality of her bags are outstanding.
And we love her bits and bobs. That's also
I actually have mine
it's
up here.
right next to where I sit on the couch. So
yeah,
I always
this
have
is
that near me.
I am keeping it in my sweater bag just in case when I went to my mom's. This is the bits and bobs. So we've shown this a bunch. So inside you have kind of everything that you need to travel with. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
You know, it's so so fun. I actually didn't put anything in these zipper pockets. Anyway,
I don't know that
is
I
not
have
the time.
that.
So, and she's so thoughtful. Like mine is a nurse. Kevin has, I forget. So this is for my mom, which is really, really sweet. So if you're looking for this type of bag, it's called the Always at the Ready Deluxe. And then for Kevin's mom, she wasn't sure if Kevin's mom is a crafter or a knitter. So she wanted to send her a universal like type of mom item. And so this is the Always Out and About crossbody bag.
Such a good size.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding? Again, the quality of her work is outstanding. Oh, it's got a...
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower. There's a ton of space in here. There's zippers, zipper pockets. There's pockets with some grommet holes there. Oh no, those are buttons. Stop it. It's buttoned on the inside too? How great.
Yeah, her
bags are amazing. So
really well made.
This is called the Always Out and About crossbody bag. And it is zipper, jewelry, bling, matching hardware. Oh, it's got the feet on the bottom. so it can stand up.
I know, I love those.
You don't have to. You won't like ruin the bottom of your thing. It's cute. So, cell phone, mobile phone, slip pockets on the inside. Very, very thoughtful. Check her out. We have her link down below, and use that coupon code 9inchcirc if you're for 20% off, which is fantastic. So we love her.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is really fun. This would be great to take with you. It's not for me.
It's for your mom.
I know it's for your mom.
All right, so I'm up next. So
and we forgot to like release you if you don't really care about this stuff. You're released, but
you may.
But stay tuned because there's some fun things. Okay.
So the next is a shipment that we got
a lot
from,
of bags.
We
you
ton
guys
of
like
bags from Jessel and Janice, who we initially saw on the Needles podcast.
We did,
and loved her bags when we saw them there. Mm-hmm. So she reached out to us, and she sent us some bags for ourselves and for a giveaway. And then her daughter Sophie made us the stitch markers because I said I needed the bright one. So there's this one,
and I wasn't sure because there were two of them. There are two of us.
Yes,
so I was hoping I can have the second one.
Yes.
But I wasn't sure if it was just for you because...
Yeah, her daughter Sophie's 8, and she made these for us, which
How
are
cute.
super
Come
adorable.
on. I love it.
Even. And it's so perfect this time of year. It's all
I know.
Spring and summery.
These eyes are much better than my gnome eyes.
They definitely are. Definitely are. So thank you very much, Sophie, for those. I love them.
Me too.
And then...
So good.
The bag that we received. So first, she knew that we wanted another sweater bag, so she sent us this bag. Look at the size of this.
Oh my god, I can't.
Right? And a proceed or a portion of every sale is donated to the. I'm gonna go with Kaya Coda Humane Society in Indianola, Iowa.
Let's look up that Humane
Society. This is a beautiful like suede type of fabric and a faux leather bottom, and then she has her. Logo here sewn in. Got a nice drawstring.
Yeah, it's really it's like suede.
Yeah, right.
Or something. I don't know what this fabric is.
And then I love it's green.
Gorgeous. So
inside.
Soft.
So and then you could just like fold it over and you got a nice little bucket and a beautiful box bottom. So
the Kayakota Humane Society is a no-kill shelter located in Indianola, Iowa. Oh, it's a nonprofit. That's really nice. So she donates her...
A portion of every sale is donated there.
What a wonderful idea. Right?
So this was one of the bags. So this is perfect sweater bag.
We'll link them down below, too, if you're interested in the to donate or... they have some really fun things that you can purchase, and your purchase will go towards supporting that. We love that very much.
Then here's this, like a good medium size, like hat, sock... Maybe a single skein shawl.
That's actually the same size as...
You could probably even fit 2 skeins in here.
Oh, easily.
Right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
And this is kind of like a jean. This reminds me of jeans. And then again, like a faux leather bottom. Yeah.
How is this fabric so soft? This had to be horrible to work with.
No, I think it would be fun.
Right? Isn't the softer the fabric, though, like, harder? Oh,
no. And inside is this nice, like... Is it paisley? Is that type
paisley.
of...
Paisley. I used to have paisley curtains.
Right?
The camera's
design
over here.
Yeah, I know. We moved it. But I don't know if it's coming. Yeah, there you go. And then this one is
her drawstrings are so easy to pull.
Giveaway. This Tootsie. Like old Tootsie Rolls. Right?
I wish you didn't say that was a giveaway one.
It is a giveaway. It says here.
I know.
It's a giveaway one.
But this
is a giveaway one. So this will...
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
And then...
Let's find out.
Harry Potter, Deathly
1,
Hallows.
2, 3.
And lastly, this one's... I love this color. This actually kind of reminds me of the orange in Percolated. Oh, yeah. It's definitely lighter. But I would love a sweater out of this, like that rusty orange. That
I love these.
Yeah, and this has a gray.
Good, so you can keep that one. I'll keep this one because I like the blue.
Okay.
I mean, I like the orange too, but...
Okie dokie.
Okay, great.
So, thank you so much for sending these.
Yes, so exciting.
Here, we should put this one in a giveaway too.
Okay, great.
Right? We'll add these two to our giveaway pile.
Perfect.
And then we'll keep those two.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds perfect.
That sounds perfect.
You should be up next with Owl Post.
Yes, so more bags. This is like, if we're not going to title our episodes anymore. Cause
I know, because it's actually a lot of work trying to figure out
but
titles.
If we were to title them,
maybe we can.
This would be
bags.
like bags. Okay. This is our wonderful friend, Angel.
Who we got to meet at Rhinebeck last year.
We met her, we like...
I think we ran into her
a bunch of times.
Both days, right? For
yeah,
sure.
we hugged every single time. Oh, we're going to... If she's going to be there, can we do hugs again this year, do you think?
Yes.
Hopefully.
COVID's not as bad.
Well,
it's better off... Actually, it's actually kind of bad here in Connecticut. Yeah. We're over 13%.
Oh, are we? I don't know. I've been out of work, so I don't have all the up-to-date information. Okay, so these are new to us, but she has enamel pins. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
These are lovely.
They are.
So she sent a couple of those over to us, which we love. And she also...
We need to make a pin thing.
So I want to do that. So Chevis has...
She knit one. Right?
She crocheted one, I think.
She crocheted.
Or was it that?
No, I thought she knit it and put it on a doll.
On a doll? No, she has it hung up.
Yeah, on a doll.
Dowel.
Dowel.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, remember I'm from...
But I think it was crocheted.
I'm from New York. I say things a little bit different.
You're not from New York.
I am.
You were not. You were born in Stratford, Connecticut. Where you've lived your entire life.
No, I haven't lived in Stratford, Connecticut.
You moved to Fairfield and then to Shelton and then you're back to Stratford. That's where you live. So, what was I saying? So Chevis, I think it was crocheted. We'll ask her. But yes, I agree with you.
Yeah. And I don't know, was it or just a stick that she got outside? Somebody did one that was just...
you are so making things up.
No, somebody did one on just a stick.
You could do it whatever you want. Yeah. It's called something. Those things. A
pennant?
No. It's called something. All right, let's talk.
Can you get with it? Can you
really? OMG. Okay. So Angel sent this for my mother as well. So my mom is like
spoiled.
Stop.
That one is so
I can't.
Stinking adorable.
So this is her Lorelei bag.
Oh, Lorelei.
I know. It is the and I love every one of her bags that I've seen has the little angel.
Yeah, they all do.
On it somewhere. And this is a progress keeper as well, or you can use it as a progress keeper. It's got a little clasp. But I do appreciate a little pull.
I do too. Absolutely.
So this is her wireframe bags, which I love so much because they sit open with your stuff so easy. Like you don't have to worry about it flopping over your yarn or anything getting caught. It's so good. This one happens to have a pocket in the inside on either side. There's a patterning here in the fabric there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is really, really nice. The owls are absolutely adorable. My mother is going to love this. I'll include one of her pins too.
When I saw the post on Instagram, I knew that she was going to be doing a shop update fairly soon.
Yeah.
But when I saw the owl one, I was like, oh my God, those are adorable.
So she also sent 2 more bags as well. She said we can use them as giveaways or we can keep them ourselves.
I'm being selfish.
Kevin's going to be selfish, and I think I'm also going to be selfish. You may see... It may be given away a year from now after it's gotten some usage.
What?
Maybe one day. Oh, you want to show that one?
Yeah.
How do you know that one's yours?
How would this one not be mine?
Okay.
So I received the Aaron bag. So it has foxes on it. Look at this dapper dude back here. So foxes.
Are you sure those are the Aaron bag? It's the Aaron bag?
It is. Carrie has one too. Carrie added handles to hers.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
right.
This way, and it has, again, a faux leather bottom, a beautiful orange interior.
Oh, it's so good. It's actually,
Pockets on each side.
I think it's the same bag.
Like, such a great size. I have my
I love
other one
this.
downstairs.
So sophisticated. Like
I have my Marauders map downstairs.
Yeah, you do.
With yarn in it for hats.
I have mine sitting over there with a project. I can't see which one it is because my chair is in the way.
But I'm going to throw a project in this immediately.
Yeah.
A shawl.
This one are gummy bears.
That's so cute.
Did you guys happen to notice that I had a gummy bear progress keeper on my sweater?
You do.
I do. I think. Oh my god, I love it.
Actually, I didn't.
I am a child of the 90s.
I didn't see the
80s.
interior.
I'm a child of the 80s.
Yeah, when you opened
so
that,
good.
I didn't see the interior. I love the interior.
I just love
different.
the construction of these bags.
Yeah,
it's so good. She's very, very thoughtful. So that's Scrappy Angel. Please check her out. She included a coupon code for all of you with no expiration date. NATR fan 10, which Kevin for 10% off. So please check her out. She's the Scrappy Angel. So good. So, can't wait to give you another.
Yeah, thank you so much. Like, it always blows our mind the generosity of people in the community, and I love that
information.
Yeah. And I meant to actually show this. This was Jocelyn Janice's card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that we get to pass it on to you guys, except when we're being selfish and keeping things for ourselves. But most of the time, we try to pass it on to you.
We do. Yeah, we do pass things along.
Okay. And I think that's all of our Happy Mail or Owl Post, right?
I don't have anything left here.
Okay, perfect. So let's talk about some Break in the Bank.
Wait, did you show this already?
That was a Break in the Bank.
Did you show it?
No.
Oh, I'm confused.
Because I bought these.
Oh, now I see.
So we're moving on.
That's the only thing that broke the bank, yeah?
Well, and these.
Oh yeah. Okay, go on. Carry on.
So
just don't mind me.
Break in the Bank. I saw that Desert Vista Dye Works had posted. I think both of these colors, but I purchased this one for Ray. This is called Nurses Are Superheroes, and it was Nurses Week last week.
Yeah.
Did you take Nurses Week off from work? Mm-hmm. So you couldn't celebrate Nurses?
I celebrated at home with myself.
You're such a jerk.
I needed a break.
So I wanted to get this for Ray. This is on her Viso sock weight, or Viso base, which is 75/25, and it's 462 yards. So beautiful.
75 merino.
10% nylon, or 75% merino, 25% nylon. So you got some blue, orange, light blue, green, and gray in this.
They're like superhero colors.
Yeah. I thought that would be fun. And
it is going to be fun.
I decided to buy, since I was already
And it's all self-striping.
Of course, it's Desert Vista Dye Works.
Maybe people don't know who Desert Vista Dye Works
So this is another skein from Desert Vista Dye Works, which is a self-striping dyer.
It's perfect. That's the way to say it.
And actually, it's marked on the skein, self-striping. This is called Peppermint Slice. It reminds me of Andy's, and I love a good Andy mint.
I do too. Same.
I used to get them all the time with my grandparents when we would go.
When I worked in the restaurant, I used to steal handfuls of them when they sat out, people could take them.
So on Sundays, we'd go to church at 8:30, or 8 o'clock mass. We would leave church. We would go see my mom for breakfast when she was a waitress at the diner, Duchess. Then we would go back to church and teach Sunday school. Then we would go to Pathmark.
Oh, yeah, Pathmark.
We would go to Pathmark. Wow. I would steal a sugar cube on the way in because they had a coffee pot like that they had at the diner where you could pour coffee. They had powdered milk and then sugar cubes. And I would take sugar cubes and eat them. And then almost every week my grandparents would buy Andy's mints and I would eat them Andy's mint. So anyways, that's why I bought this.
What a nice story.
Andy's mint. And I love self-striping yarn even though I don't knit socks that often. And then my last purchase was a May the 4th Be With You purchase. I could have bought many things that day. Because there's always an article like,
I know,
these are great items for May the 4th. And there was yarn and from Mustache Yarns, and I could have bought all 17 colors. But I didn't. Instead, I went away from knitting, and I bought some candles. And I thought that these were cool as hell. It was a 3-pack.
Yes.
From Homesick. So I got a Tatooine, Endor, and the Death Star. Mm-hmm. And
they're really cool.
Yeah.
I can just open one.
Oh, and this will lead into another tangent when we're done with this too.
Yeah. So, it's really interesting because like, it's like, how do you come up with a scent for the Death Star? And it says here, imagine bolts of smoked amber and forged steel rise from clashing lightsabers, filling vast chambers of cold cement with electrical notes. Leather and black myrrh tempt you to the dark side. So this has top notes of smoked amber, cement, tobacco, and mid notes were forged steel, birch tar, and sandalwood. Also has some leather, frankincense, and black myrrh. Isn't that interesting? Like how you would come up with a... It's not a color palette, a smell palette? I don't know.
It's almost like a fragrance story.
Yeah, fragrance story. Well,
oh, this one is really good, actually. I'm not a big florally or...
yeah.
But this smells damn good when you...
It does.
The cold throw...
Stop it, please.
The cold throw on this candle is fantastic.
So this one is like wild fern and pine needles silently fill the dense woodland as floral accents rise from the forest floor. Imagine Ewoks foraging between mossy trees, met with the rush of passing speeder bikes. This has wild fern, basil, ganga sap, geranium, blumbush, pine needles, guaiac wood, sandalwood, and olap leaf.
Just smell that. Like, that's really good.
It's really good. It's so fun. How different.
So,
this is soy wax.
So,
look how cute the Ewoks are.
Homesick, what they initially did is they started as making, from what I know, making candles that would remind somebody of the state that they're from.
Yeah.
So they have like a New York, Connecticut, California, blah, 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 blah. So I thought that this was just really interesting and a fun way to kind of celebrate May 4th.
Totally. So it's like different.
So we'll allow that to lead us into kind of a tangent of what I've been doing over the last 2 weeks. And
Kevin is contemplating yet a new craft.
I am, because it looks so much fun. I've been watching this guy on YouTube who I really love his channel. It is Black Tie Barn, and he is a candle maker. So I've been watching videos on candle making. I've not purchased any tools to make candles as of yet.
You're not allowed to right now.
I know, but it may happen. I thought it was really fun. And it looks not, I'm not going to say it looks easy. None of the stuff that we do is easy. There's skill in it, but it just looks fun and interesting. So yeah, you should check him out if you want to pick up a new craft.
It is really interesting. I've been catching some of the...
And his channel's super informative.
That's his whole point of his channel, though, is to really
help other people.
Right. So he's not like keeping his secrets. He's showing exactly what he's putting into his candles, the exact recipes that he's sharing.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. How he even dyes the wax. Like he's telling you how many drops of this one to put in.
Yeah.
He does reviews, which I appreciate. It's not like he's trying to like corner the market and
just
say
promote
like,
himself.
Yeah. Which is really cool.
Yeah.
So
that's a little tangent.
That's
Kevin's everything that we've
new obsession
received in the mail over the last 2 weeks, everything we've knit and worked on. So all that's left to just talk about is what we've been reading and watching.
Okay. We've watched quite a bit of things.
Yes, so we finished watching season 2 of The Witcher.
Yeah.
Which was an interesting thing because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed season 2, but I didn't realize that the final episode of the season was the final episode of the season. Now looking back on it, it kind of makes sense. But I thought there was more, so maybe I feel like something was missing from it. Finality to the season.
Isn't it interesting, like, sometimes, like, I feel like it changes the way that you watch an episode if you know that it's the season finale.
Correct.
Or if you know, like, you're in your head trying to put the pieces together and say, okay, well, where they're going to leave us with. We didn't have that, so it just ended. And we're like, oh.
I mean, I feel like there was closure.
There totally was, but you weren't prepared yet for that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree 100% about that episode. I do think it was such a good... I thought it was a good season. I like it. The casting is fantastic. If you know anything of the characters from the video game, the casting's so good in this show. It's
There's actually a video comparison between Henry Cavill and the actor that plays or that does the voice of the original Witcher.
Good.
And they do a comparison side by side, and it's really good. He's great.
He has the voice of Geralt down, perfectly. And then we also finished watching.
Do you hear that bird
going crazy? Moon Knight. We finished watching Moon Knight, which that was just that was a mind. You know the word that should follow that. Episodes 4, 5, and 6 were crazy. They were out there, way outside of anything like Marvel.
Yeah, way outside.
It's very different for Marvel, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree.
And again, I thought it wrapped up pretty well.
Yeah, I think it wrapped. Right? I mean, but it left us.
It left a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a cliffhanger.
Totally, because now there's now you got to deal with this one.
Yeah, and how though? Yeah, no, very good. I don't know. No, I remember now. So Moon Knight is another Marvel superhero that we hadn't been introduced to before. It's on Disney Plus, and a lot of the TV show was really, really focused on the character who is Moon Knight instead of Moon Knight himself as the hero. It was more of their day-to-day life almost. So this is it's centered around Egyptian gods. So again, different. So it's interesting because Marvel's been superheroes, and then you have your Norse gods, and we've now found
the magic side of things,
right? Egyptian gods and the Eternals, who are
I forgot about the Eternals.
All they're not gods, but they're almost godlike.
It's interesting where it's going. I think it's still entertaining for us.
Yeah,
it's not my favorite.
No, not my favorite show
by far of the Marvel.
Shows.
Yeah, no.
I think my favorite show from Marvel probably would have been WandaVision.
I liked WandaVision a lot. I really liked where they went with that and how it kept changing.
Oh no, maybe Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, I think they do a good job with all of that. This one was very out there. It was almost like an aside. I don't know.
Yeah. And then we started 2 new ones.
Yeah, we did.
Started Schitt's Creek, which we've never seen.
We jumped on that train.
And
I'm enjoying it.
I am too. I think I said this. Moira reminds me of Jennifer Coolidge. Her voice, her inflections, the way that she speaks, totally Jennifer Coolidge. And everybody else I enjoy.
Yeah, I totally love I don't know their names, but the brother and sister and their interactions.
David and Alexis.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I love it. I do. Yeah. I do. It's actually very
Alexis.
Entertaining. Yeah, and I like he reminds me of somebody that we know in our everyday lives.
Yes.
And it's funny because you can see that person actually having that kind of reaction. Kevin and I were talking about it.
Yeah.
So I see that and I'm and it makes it even more funny for me.
So much so.
But yeah, it's good. It's definitely I think it's good. We're still in season 1. I think we're only on.
We finished season 1 last night. Yeah.
Oh, that's when he ran and drove away.
Yep.
They were gonna sell the town. Yeah.
And then
no, it's good. It was entertaining.
And then we started watching
Yellowstone,
which that is a fantastic.
I love it.
Show.
We're also late to the party on that one. I think we're on season 3 or 4.
4 seasons. There have been 4 seasons. There's a 5th one coming, and there's also 1886 or 1883, which is the prequel with Faith Hill and Tim McGraw.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah,
this one's good, huh?
It is. There was the episode with the rattlesnake. I don't like snakes. I didn't like the sound that they had playing in the background without the snake on camera, because that's even scarier when you hear it and you don't see it. Not like it was going to jump through the TV and eat me.
No, but I kind of yelled a little bit.
You were yelling at the kid.
I was ready to call Sarah.
I told him, I was like, he cannot hear you. He can't hear you.
Well, he was just standing there like an idiot. I know you're a kid and all, but come on.
So that is what we watch. I don't think we've watched any movies or anything recently.
No, I don't think so either. We watched a couple of podcasts.
Just our norms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Owl Post.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to go back to Owl Post, guys. If you were here last week, we showed a picture of this. If you've seen it on our Instagram, look what came in the mail. Our oil painting from Sam. This is actually going to be our, well, not this one. We've already taken a photo with this. That will be our podcast episode photo.
Yeah.
This is so freaking good.
It's so good. So this is, we talked about this last episode. So we have his podcast link down below. Check him out on Instagram. I don't know if he's on Facebook. I don't know if we're on Facebook. We're not on Facebook as Needles at the Ready ever anywhere.
Facebook? No.
Who does that?
No, a lot of people do. I
know.
actually don't even use Facebook really for my
me
personal
neither.
stuff.
So this is going to be hanging in our living room. We're going
to throw that in our living room. So Sam, thank you so much.
I can't even begin. It's an oil painting. I don't know anything about art really, except that this looks amazing. I think Tarquin is
adorable.
And
I miss those glasses. Those are the ones that I broke.
They are.
Yeah. I need to get them again. I should look for them. But yeah, so if you don't...
And I'm glad that Sam made me taller than Kevin in here, because I am in real life taller than Kevin.
So again, this is...
Isn't that so good?
So Irish Farm Art Designs.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
He has a YouTube channel.
Did you know that he sent a note?
No, I didn't see that.
I didn't either.
He also has a Fiber Chats with Irina at the Fiber Chats channel. He has an Etsy shop, and then he's a designer, so he has some designs on Ravelry, and his YouTube channel is an Irish knitting podcast. So, yeah, so definitely check him out. And again, I literally can't say thank you enough because it's so like. Are you gonna cry?
No, I'm maybe. I don't know. I'm a little bit better, I think now. Okay. But that's really sweet. That's really sweet.
Yes,
Sam, thank you. I just found the little card. Okay, so this is going right up in our living room.
Irish Farm Art.
Yes.
So please check out Sam's channel. Check him out on Insta, on all the places. Oh, I thought you were like, I actually thought you had it hanging on something, and I thought that was really weird. I didn't know how you accomplished that.
Can you put that over there so
yes.
I don't hurt?
Yes.
Knock over.
Okay,
so that's officially all of our. You guys really
spoil us.
You do, and it's just very humbling.
It is. It's yeah.
It just you know, I don't know. I could cry every time I think about it, but I won't. I'm much better, like I said.
So let's talk about what we've been reading.
Let's talk about. Okay.
You could go. You have a lot to talk about reading.
So because I have been home and doing a lot of chores around the house, I've been listening to a ton of books, or I've had a lot of time to listen to the audiobooks. So, I finished Ravensong. I finished Ravensong, which is part of the Green Creek series by T.J. Klune. It was the story of Mark and Gordo. It was great. It was lovely. I love how the books were moving, like each narrator or each speaker in the book, the main character in the book, is a different character. But it's in the same universe, and you still see those same characters, and they're still doing character development on those characters, as well as giving you some backstory and character development on your main characters. So the second book was told from Gordo's perspective, which was really amazing. So I finished listening to that one, and then I moved on to Heartsong, which was from yet another perspective, and this was from the perspective of Robbie, which was really this was one of my favorite ones.
I feel like it's one of my least favorite.
Yeah, I don't know. I really liked it a lot. It was Robbie and I don't want to say who.
Kelly.
I don't want to say who in case you started. So You just fucked it up, though. So,
Ooh, you said a bad word.
Ooh. So, this was from Robbie's perspective, which was really cool. There was a little bit of mind-melting action in there. I thought I knew where it was taking place and like what time period it was taking place, and then all of a sudden everything got all screwed up, and I was like, whoa. I was very into it. Yeah. I think TJ Klune does such a great job. These are by TJ Klune, if I didn't say. Does such a great job building the characters and the universe.
Yeah.
That you really, like, I couldn't help but get so sucked into these stories. You may hear Tarquin. Do you hear that? Probably not.
It may get louder.
He does these little whimpers in his sleep. And he might bark in his sleep. So I finished that one, and then I also finished the fourth and last book in the Green Creek series, which was called Brother Song, and that is from Carter's perspective, which is one of the brothers in Green Creek. And each book is really like a love story in a way. It's the main, you have your main character and then who their love interest is and who ends up being a potential mate for them, or whatever. It is a werewolf.
It's a male romance shifter series,
but that was not what it was about at all. It was really like, in each book also had certain themes that he was working with. And so there was like, so overall, like there was themes on like family, and then like your father's approval and what it means to be a man. And they're just so
thoughtful.
good.
They're thoughtful. There's so much that goes on in them that it's not about just one thing.
No, and like sacrifice and home and like family. It was really good. And even though, and you know how prudish sometimes I can be, especially with my, what did you call it? Fairies in the whorehouse?
No, I called it the court of
horny fairies.
No, of horrors and roses.
Yeah, so that was a little bit much. So there's a sex scene, kind of, in each book, but it's not
vulgar.
Not vulgar. It's pretty realistic if you want to, like, the way that he brings it in, but it makes sense, and it makes you feel something different based on what the couples mean to each other. Okay. So, which I thought was really good. It wasn't just blatant, like, let's do it. Like each couple, it meant something to them. Yeah. In something differently. There were some asexual characters in here, bisexual characters, gay characters. So it was all, and then some that just, it doesn't even matter, So he did a really, really good job. It was really,
it's one of my favorite series.
Yeah. I was very, very happy. So I finished all three of those, and I listened to those, so via Audible. And I listened at 1.2 times the speed. So it's not even super fast. I just had so much time this week as I was doing all of like the stuff I need to do, hours and hours out in the yard, and taking him for 2 walks a day. He's sleeping.
Well, on Monday, I think it was Monday, you said you didn't even turn on the TV. You just sat in it and...
So Monday was the day... I haven't had the house to myself in a while, and like, it doesn't matter, but there's something about just like being able to like sit and not have anything going on. I didn't have to rush to do anything. So it was nice. So I just sat on the couch and I knit, I hung out with the dog. And that was the day I think I was listening for so long that the battery of my earbuds went off, which never happens. So those were what I finished on Audible. I also finished 2 books on my Kindle, actual reading books. And this was, I don't know if it's a series. Like, I know it's a series. I don't know if it's called something, like the Green Creek series or whatever. I don't think it is either. But I finished, I was almost done with The Illusionist.
The Glamourist.
The Glamourist. Actually, these are the three books in the series, the top here. So I read The Vine Witch a couple of weeks ago. We talked about that. I was in the middle of The Glamourist. So I finished that one. And then I started and I finished The Conjurer. So the cool thing about this... Now, it's not my favorite series, I have to say, now that I've read the series. I thought The Vine Witch was by far the best one because it introduced this world. And I thought it was going to go a place that it didn't really quite get there. I think I was just waiting for a more sophisticated read, if that makes any sense. I was so invested in the Green Creek series, and it's so deep and like affected me in such a way that I was waiting for this to happen, but I never really personally attached myself to these characters, if that makes any sense. So they were all okay. It was good. It was entertaining. But I feel like there were a lot of holes by the end of the series, the last book, The Conjurer. There were a lot of ways that I wanted it to go. But this also, each book focused on a specific character, but in the same universe, and it also included the previous characters that it talked about. So it was similar in the Green Creek series that way, in that each character was present. They all kind of came together to fight the evil, but it focused on one person at a time. But I finished both of those books, so I really finished like 5 things.
6 books.
6 things.
5.
5. Which was great.
Excuse me.
Don't expect that to ever happen again for quite a while. And I'm currently reading nothing because I finished The Conjurer last night, and as soon as I finished it, I shut my light off and I went to sleep. I will be starting today a book that our friend Lucy recommended, and it was actually been on my to-read list for a while. I think it's called the Dark Circus.
Did you buy it yet?
No.
Is it in your wish
list? No,
list?
because I have to buy it from the actual Kindle app. I don't know if there's... never used a wish list. There's a wish list. It's called The Night Circus. So I'm gonna start that. It's been on my list. Lucy said that her child is reading it now. So, and I'm currently listening to The House in the Cerulean Sea, also by T.J. Klune. I'm not sure who it's narrated by. I'll find that out. It's such a different type of book than I expected it to be, and it took me a minute. When I say a minute, it took me about 2 hours to realize that the narrator. It's not how it works. How do I? Oh, library. Pardon me. That the narrator is not bad. I thought it's not. I was so engrossed, and I think the narrator for the Green Creek series was so good. Kurt Graves is his name. So good. That this is a different narrator. This is by Daniel Henning, who I'm sure is wonderful in real life, but he's definitely growing on me. But I don't find myself like listening to it every chance that I get, and I think it's because of the narrator, not the story.
Okay.
But I've moved past that, and now the story has gotten me so. It's gotten me good, and so I'm appreciating him as a narrator now, and his inflections, because I'm realizing that this is what type of story that this really is. This is a very like lighthearted, but kind of deeper, but lighthearted, with a lot of humor. There's like, it seems a lot cleaner, quote unquote, than the other books. By him, it just seems like a whimsical type of read, which I really like.
I love the book.
Yeah,
I love that book.
Yeah. So I'm finding myself really, really enjoying it now. I think I just needed to get past my expectations, and now I'm happy that I shouldn't have brought expectations to it because it's good now.
Correct.
Yeah, and I think I'm done.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a lot.
It was. So I've finished a book and started a new book. Both of them are by T.J. Klune.
He'll be on the podcast next week. I'm just kidding.
So the first book I finished, I talked about last week, is called Into This River I Drown, which was it actually was mentioned. I think it's from a song, and I gotta find it. Lyrics from a song, so it's kind of throughout the book. And what I mentioned to Ray in reading TJ Klune again is that there's always a phrase or something that is repeated that I'm finding in his books over and over again. Like that was pack, pack, pack.
Like a mantra.
Right, a mantra. It really is. So in this one, it was Into This River I Drown. This is a story of... It actually takes place in Oregon as well. So does that. Or so did Green Creek. And so is the next book that I'm reading. So I'm assuming he's from there. Or lives there currently.
Maybe. Write what you know, right?
This is the story... God, why can't I remember the character's name? It's Khalil and Trey, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember now. Whatever. So it takes place, and Khalil is an angel who comes to Earth to help save, or to watch over, kind of, and protect the main character, Benji. I don't know where Trey came from. Benji.
I used to be best friends with a kid named Benji.
Benjamin Green. And so Benji lost his father at a young age. And what's interesting here with the angels is that they talk about them being on different levels. And they don't call it heaven, they call it on high. I absolutely love this story, and I'm not an emotional reader, really. This one almost got me. Like, it will make me laugh, but I've never cried reading a book. The end got me there. If it was a TV show, I would have been done. If I saw the actual characters reflected on a screen, it would have done me in. And it was for me, I felt like it was a longer read than most of the books that I have been reading lately. I loved Benji and Cal in the town. And this one was about overcoming grief and sometimes the wow.
One more time.
Okay.
Are you going to cry?
No, I'm not going to cry.
Selfishness.
That we... From grief, where we want it to be all about us, and it's not. And how that kind of impacts your life and the people around you. And sometimes we're blind to it, and we don't realize that we're going through it ourselves. And... This was, again, like kind of about family. You know, this was about a father, losing your father at such a young age and how that impact, but not just his father, his best friend. There were just so many themes in here. And then there's this thing going on in the town that you don't know what's happening. You don't know how everything's tied together until the very end. And I just thought it was so well done, and I loved all the characters. I'm so upset that this isn't a series because I want the two characters. I want Benji and Cal. I want to read so much more about them. Because I just love their growth through it. And then the new one that I'm reading, I believe it's Murmuration. It's by TJ Klune. This is a complete mind trip. I have no idea what the hell is going on. But I love it. It's a slow burn. It takes place in Oregon. I don't know what time period.
1954.
I don't even know if that's the case.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no?
No, because remember I told you.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
From the very first chapter, you're like, oh, something's off. In every single chapter... like something's off.
Something more is off.
Something more is off. You don't know what's happening.
Hi, buddy. We're almost done.
We'll be done in 1 second, bud. So this is a story of Mike Frazier, who lives in...
all about how my life
I say,
flipped
I believe it's Amelia in Oregon, and nobody locks their doors. Businesses of homes, visitors never go, and things just kind of are said.
Visitors never visit.
There are no visitors. Weird things happen in every chapter. And I have an idea of what's going on. But I don't even want to say what I think it is because I don't want to give anything away about this book if you are interested in reading it. It's another single, standalone story from him. but it's so freaking good. And it's a little bit shorter than Into This River I Drown.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another, both of those, by the way, are male romance. This one is too, but you feel like you're in the 50s based on the vocabulary, the description of the town. There's no cars, by the way, in the town, just saying. Oh. The description of the town, their vocabulary, how they dress. But then other things happen and you're like, no, it's present time. Or things are spoken of that haven't happened at that time, period. So it's really weird. So, yeah, I can't wait to see where this one goes.
Yeah, it sounds like
this one. I think I have an idea. I think I have an idea of what's going on, but I'm really excited to see what actually is going on. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I would just recommend reading it.
Great.
Right now, I'm 30%.
And you already recommend
I would recommend reading it.
Okay.
If you like trying to figure something out. So I think that's everything. Right? It's time for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
The dog's hungry. You have to go to your mom's. And we talked about everything that's happened over the last 2 weeks. So, y'all, thanks for hanging out.
Wonderful to see you all.
Yes, thank you for hanging out with us.
Hopefully you hung out with us and stayed. If you didn't, it's okay. And you wouldn't hear this message if you didn't.
Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, do all that fun.
We were actually talking about
stuff.
doing a live at some point.
Yeah.
So,
we don't know when.
Yeah, we don't know when.
We haven't done one since like January, so we're due for one. So we'll do one soonish. Mm-hmm. If you have any ideas of what you would like a live to cover, because we don't do it like a typical podcast, it's normally like a theme, whether it's a Q&A, some of our favorite knits, something like that. Let us know, and then we can
good
schedule. Then we can get one on the calendar
on the books.
All right, well. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we hope that you guys have a good 2 weeks, and we will see you all in a fortnight.
Love you all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.